Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Dina Hype coming back to you guys with a brand new video, and I hope you guys are having a great day so far. In today's video, what you guys are going to be seeing is today is the day where Modern Warfare has finally came back. The multiplayer beta weekend is now back. We are on weekend 2. This weekend is now the crossplay weekend, is what they're calling it. Is going to be to where PS4, Xbox One, and PC are all going to be able to play on the same servers at the same time, which is going to be pretty interesting to kind of see, because as you guys know, over time PC has kind of made their way as the top, I guess you could say, video game console or platform to be on, solely for the fact of mouse and keyboard is probably the way to go whenever it comes to video games and just playing better. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see how things go, but today what we're going to be doing is kind of discussing all the patch notes and all the updates that were supposed to be made from weekend 1 to weekend 2. We're going to be seeing if Infinity Ward pretty much made those updates and what changes they made. Now, there's going to be a link to an article down in the description, so if you guys want to read everything for yourself, you guys can do so, or if you want to just listen along as I read it, you guys can do that as well. But what we're going to be reading kind of goes over all the updates and everything that they were supposed to be changing for this weekend, and I've already went ahead and played a couple of games, and I'm going to be kind of letting you guys know, did they make these changes and kind of what they did, because there is a set of patch notes within the game itself. If you guys want to check that out, you guys can do so, and I'll probably end up covering it later on in the video, but we're going to go ahead and hop straight on into things. So if you guys going to enjoy, don't forget to drop a like. If you guys are brand new, do not forget to subscribe. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight on into things. Now, it starts off here by saying with the first 2 weeks or first 2 weekends for the Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta now in the book, developers Infinity Ward have shared what they're working on to improve for the next session. Now, to start off here, the first thing that they were supposed to be working on is the spawning in the visuals. As always with the Call of Duty video game, you want to make sure the game is vibrant, you want to make sure it's colorful, somewhat cool looking, something that people are going to hop on the game and be like, this is so cool, the colors, the music, stuff like that. The visuals are going to be something interesting that everybody's going to want to look at when they hop on. The next thing was the spawning. The spawns were just really, I don't want to say they were bad and even terrible. I want to just say they were iffy. It was one of those things where there was times where you would spawn and somebody would be right there next to you and they could literally just pop up and shoot you. So hopefully they kind of worked that out. And it says here, after the minimap, the issue with spawns was probably the most oft-talked about topic during the beta weekend, with players constantly complaining about the inconsistent and sometimes frustrating spawns. The good news is that Infinity Ward are looking up into this heavily and will likely greatly benefit from all of this spawn data they accumulated throughout the weekend, giving them ample info needed to help implement improvements. Now, the next thing is the minimap. Like we said, the minimap is the one thing that everybody kind of has been talking about, saying, why don't we have a minimap? We want a minimap. We need the minimap back. It's something that's just going to make the game a whole lot easier to play. So they went in and said, okay, you know what? Here's your minimap. You guys can use the minimap. And the only downside to it is it's not a, I guess you could say, stereotypically Call of Duty minimap. It's very zoomed in on where you are on the map. It's not going to be able to show the entire map like other Call of Duties did. It's going to be very, very zoomed in on kind of where you are on the map. So it's not going to give you kind of that advantage of saying, okay, it's pinged, the UAV pinged red dots to my left, but for all you know, they're not right there next to you. They're probably the whole way across the map, so you'll probably run that way, but you're going to be running a while before maybe they already ran around you. So it's going to be one of those things that we're going to have to kind of get used to. We're not going to be able to just get everything fed to us by a spoon. You're going to have to kind of work for your kills now in this Call of Duty. Now, the next thing here is the glitches and bugs, and it says here it would not be a COD beta if it wasn't full of glitches and bugs, and the current Modern Warfare build certainly fits that criteria. Fortunately, the developers have taken note of many of these smaller issues, including matchmaking inconsistencies, the cruise missile camera remaining static and clipping into tables and through vehicles, which if you guys have watched my previous videos, you guys would have saw that happen at least once. There was a time where I used the cruise missile and it literally wouldn't let me control it. It almost glitched me to just drive it right out of the map, and I was very upset by that because I had like a 3-piece, even a 4-piece setup, and it wouldn't let me kill the people. So that kind of upset me. The next thing they went ahead and fixed is the Semtex grenade not exploding. The next thing is smoke effects on some of the weapons, and then there are also some stuttering happening within the game. So moving on here to everything that they really had to kind of take a look at and hopefully they did fix, and I'm gonna let you guys know after I read each and every one of these if they made any changes to these over the past few hours of me playing the game. So to start off here, it says partying up. After completing a match as a party, some players are unable to find a new match and are stuck in the matchmaking lobby. We're still looking into this issue, but in the meantime, disbanding your party and joining back up is temporarily solution while we work on a fix. Now, the thing that is going to be kind of interesting with this problem is that if you guys do know the way how Call of Duty is going now, they have the game set up to where it's going to be matchmaking or skill-based matchmaking. I was going to cover this in a separate video, but I'll go ahead and just let you guys know now. Skill-based matchmaking is going to be a thing with Modern Warfare, and it's almost going to be like to where right now in the beta, if I am, say, level... Right now, I believe I'm like level 17 at the time I'm recording this after I got off. And the one struggle with what is going on now is I'm only going to be able to match up against people who are probably within the range of 13 to 20. Probably within that range, because it's going to give me skill-based people who are at my level. Which means I'm not going to get any level 1s or 2s or 3s. I'm not going to get any Xbox players. When the Xbox players get up to that level, sure, I'll probably match against them. But until they get up to that level, I'm probably not going to match up against them. If I get up to level 20, it's going to be kind of difficult to find any Xbox players until they earn that rank. So, to answer that question, yes, I think that is fixed. It's just going to take time for Xbox players to get up to that level. And also, if you're level 20 and not many other people are level 20, or whenever we were actually able to go to level 30, if nobody else is level 30 and you were the first one there, it's going to be kind of hard to find people, of course, because not many other people are level 30, and it's looking for other players who are at your same skill level. Now, the next thing here is unable to connect to online servers. Now, this is currently being investigated. If you are still running into this issue, it says here, please feel free to private message them or send your message if you aren't comfortable posting it into a thread so you can take a deeper look, or so they can take a deeper look into it. Right now, I believe that's probably just something with your internet. If it's just unable to connect to online services, that's probably not their side. If you go to their website, go to Activision's website, you guys can actually see which Call of Duties are online and which Call of Duties are offline. If it is online, then check your internet, do something, call your internet provider, see what's wrong on their end. Maybe it's your PlayStation or your Xbox or even your computer, whatever you play on. It's probably something wrong on that end. Trust me, I've had plenty of internet issues over time and plenty of issues with Call of Duty, and I can tell when what is wrong. So to answer that question, like I said, it's just internet problems probably going on with that. The next thing is connecting your PSN ID to your CallOfDuty.com account and display name in game. Now, for me, you guys will see that I am back to the old See All Able 15 name. I don't have the DeHype YT on as my PSN. I'm just gonna run with that. I could care less about that for the beta. For the actual game, most likely I think it's gonna just go back to the DeHype YT whenever I download the game from picking it up from GameStop. I'm not gonna have to worry about the See All Able 15 anymore. It'll go right back to the DeHype YT. So that'll be taken care of. But it does say here, if you are having any trouble, you guys can go to their Activision website and get it all figured out. So, in my opinion, it's not that big of a deal. If you guys really care about your your display name, like it says, just go to the Activision website. It has a whole walk list. All you gotta do is just figure out how to make your account, set it up, have your email, password, PSN ID, whatever, and you guys can easily set that all up there. The next thing is calling cards using wrong name and or flag descriptions. Now, it says here the description for the flag of Colombia currently says Colombia with a U instead of C-O-L-O, it's C-O-L-U, and the Slovakian flag is currently labeled Croatia. Both of these will be fixed during weekend 2 of the beta. Again, it's not really something big that I really wanted to talk about. Just another thing that if that bothered you, there you go. The next thing here is players are able to clip into a table on Garanza Raid, and it says here this is a fix for this that has already been completed and will be implemented as soon as possible. That, again, just another little tweak that they had to make. It's nothing that I really noticed or even bothered me. The next thing is level cap. It says here it is displaying a higher level than level 10 right now. The level cap is set to 10. Some players are seeing their level cap at display 11 or higher. This is a visual bug that we fixed in weekend 2. As you guys know, weekend 1 was whenever you guys could only go to about level 10, maybe even level 20, and some people were struggling with that because everybody was getting up to level 10 and they couldn't go higher, and people were wondering, wait, it's showing level 11, and I even noticed that it was saying a level 11, and I was confused for that. Again, like they said, they fixed that, and now whenever you guys get up to level 20 or maybe even level 30, it's probably going to say like level 31 as just a bug. So again, it's just another one of those little things that you're going to have to just kind of say it's just a bug. There's nothing they can do about it. Get over it. The next thing here is graphic corruption on the matchmaking screen. And it says here some players experience graphical corruption errors while in matchmaking and resulting in the screen appearing black, green, or yellow. And this is going to hopefully be fixed in the weekend 2 of the beta. I haven't really noticed it, and seeing how I haven't noticed it yet, I'm guessing it's fixed, so okay then. The next thing here is the cruise missile. Now this I want to kind of see if they fixed it. It says here the cruise missile camera will remain static on the initial deployment scene, which I can understand that, and not properly display the map in enemy targets below. Once having controlled the missile, it could become hard to control, and this is currently being looked into. So right now what the situation is, if you guys are confused on what they're talking about, whenever you guys actually use the cruise missile, if you guys haven't used the cruise missile and you guys are like say a bad player and you guys just aren't able to earn it, basically how it works is just like a Hellstorm missile from Black Ops 4. It's just, it doesn't split into 3 missiles. It's going to be to where it's going to be 1 missile, and whenever you guys go down, it almost like it's glitching. It's not letting you guys just go straight down. It's almost glitching and making you shoot outside the map, or it's not even giving you any control. So hopefully they fix that in the near future. Next thing is clipping through the vehicles and deployable cover. Character models are currently clipping through vehicles used during the info sequence, and in some cases when using the deployable cover field upgrade, and these are currently also being investigated. Now that I think has been fixed. I've seen some people doing that, and I haven't seen any problems with that so far, so I'm going to go ahead and just say that is taken care of. Next thing is the Semtex grenade, which it says here when stuck to a door, the Semtex grenade will not explode and the grenade icon will remain on the screen, and they are currently going to be making sure it is fixed by weekend 2 of the beta. I already tested that out. It works just fine, so don't worry about it anymore. Next thing is smoke effect on weapons. The smoke effect after firing the weapon is currently not displaying in game, and this will be fixed by launch. Now what they're talking about there, if you guys are confused what they're talking about, basically like we've always been saying over the past few months, this game is supposed to be as realistic as possible, and as you guys know, when you shoot a gun, there's going to be smoke that comes out of the end of the barrel, and that is just not showing up here within the beta, and they're just saying, don't worry, that's going to be happening and showing up by probably whenever launch day comes, which is October 25th. So stay tuned for then, and it'll be just fine. Next thing is the stuttering, which it says here on occasion, a player might experience a pull or shutter near doors, and this is also being looked into. Again, that might just be internet issues, but if that is something on Activision or Infinity Ward's side, I'm glad that they're going to be taking a look into that and just making sure that it's not anything tragic or something that's going to really affect anybody's Call of Duty experience. If it is, hopefully they take care of it here very soon. The next thing is weapon attachments. In some cases, weapon attachments are not unlocking after reaching the required level, and this is also being investigated. Now that I'm very glad to hear the fact that they're going to be taking a look at that and not just saying, oh, sorry about that, we'll get to that, and they're going to just never get to it. No, they're actually going to make sure they figure this out before the launch date, because if you guys can't put weapon attachments on your gun, what's the point of leveling up or even using a gun if you can't even put attachments on it? That's just my thing. Moving on here down through the list, I'm going to go ahead and skip a few things that we've already covered. And the next thing here is players that are getting stuck on the map. It says here on random places across the map, a player might get stuck in their current position and is unable to move. We're taking a look at these and should have some of the locations fixed for weekend 2, which I'm very glad to hear about that. The next thing here is the recon drone. There are 2 noted issues with the kill streak. 1, UI elements remain on the player screen after using the drone. 2nd, thermal function of the drone causes the map below to become discolored. I haven't really noticed anything with that. If you guys have been noticing it and it's bugging you guys, don't worry, it'll be fixed, I guess. So the last thing here is the weapons clipping through the operator character model. And it says here on occasion the AUG will clip through the arm of the operator when viewing in the matchmaking or operator selection screen. So once again, something that I never really noticed. It's just going to be one of those things that if you guys notice it, right there it is, letting you guys know, hey, this is fixed. But other than that, that's all the information that I have for you guys. Hopefully you guys did go on to enjoy today's video. That is all the patch notes that were supposed to be fixed and changed and made happen for weekend 2. Weekend 2 is now live at the time I'm recording this, and as you guys have probably seen this video go live. So hopefully you guys go on to enjoy this video. If you guys did, do not forget to drop a big fat like. And also, if you guys are brand new to the channel and are a fan of Call of Duty content whenever it comes to updates, patch notes, DLC weapons, new information, gameplay, just staying up to date with Call of Duty news, everything like that, all you guys got to do is hit that big red subscribe button, and make sure you guys hit that little notification bell next to it so you guys can stay notified the second I post. If you guys want to follow me on any of my social medias, links to everything are down in the description. If you guys want to follow me, feel free. If you guys want to check out any of my sponsors, all the links are down there in the description, as well as the code to all the websites, so feel free to check it all out. And also, if you guys want to rep the Hype Nation merch, link to my merch store is down there in the description, so feel free to rep the Hype Nation brand. But without further ado, guys, it's been your boy Hype. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.